Is there a doubt about Arsenal? Is there an outside noise about Arsenal trying to win the Premier League title? But also, there is a challenger out there, which is Manchester City, who already faced Arsenal at the Emirates. Who's at their best better than the other, and who at full force are actually favorites to win the Premier League? This was a discussion that happened between Joe Cole, Owen Hargreaves, and Les Scott on TNT that I actually grabbed a couple of clips from it that are very, very interesting to talk about and show you. But also at the same time, Bukayo Saka have spoken to TalkSport before going to play the game, which he scored, and responded to what Danny Murphy said as well on TalkSport about Bukayo Saka and goals and blah, 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 and all the talk. So the outside noise, I'm going to show you what Bukayo Saka said. I'm going to tell you my commentary on it, and I'll tell you what I think about it. But I'm going to show you what Danny Murphy said about Bukayo Saka and him not scoring enough goals and all the stuff that is happening as well. But before we go on and show you all these clips and tell you my commentary on these and what do I think about this and the differences between Manchester City and Arsenal in the season. Now, we are 1 week away from actually having a full from November till March with no international breaks. So this is Footy Judgmo. Hit the like button, guys, on this video. The like button looks like thumbs up underneath the video, of course, and it helps YouTube to push the video to the next viewer. So if you want to support us, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course, and also a comment goes along with. So let me know in the comment section what do you guys think. I try to respond to all the comments. I try my best to do that. I respond to as many as I can. So put a comment below, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's just go and listen to what Saka said before the Serbia game.
Tell me about what it's like at Arsenal at the minute. It feels like you're riding on a bit of a crest of a wave.
Yeah, the last month or so has gone really well. We've won a lot of games, kept a lot of clean sheets, and we're playing well. So yeah, it's all good.
Won a lot of plaudits as well. I think everybody has already decided you are title favourites. What does that tag feel like?
That's for other people to say. We just have to win every game. Well, that's the mentality we go into the games with, and see where it leaves us. We can't get carried away with what people are saying, because one day they'll say something, the next day they'll say something different. So
that's so true. I remember at the start of the season, I think Liverpool were favourites very, very early on.
Exactly, it changes like the weather. So. Can't pay attention to that.
No, it does. Did you watch, after obviously your game against Sunderland, were you a little bit surprised by some of the panic from some Arsenal fans of dropping points?
I don't see anything.
There was some starting to panic already. One game dropped 2 points against Sunderland, and some fans start to panic a bit.
It's exactly what I said. It's people's opinions and thoughts about us change like the weather. The most important thing is the change room, how solid we are, the foundation we have, the belief we have in ourselves, and how we stick together through the good and bad. That's the most important. We can't pay attention to the external noise because it's always fluctuating. So yeah, we're good. We're in a good place, and now it's time to focus on international.
Yeah, he's going to talk about international duty and all the stuff. But let me tell you what I think about what I said. Number one, people's opinion change, yes. But I see a lot of people putting pressure on Arsenal, which is rightfully so. There is a lot of pundits and a lot of media outlets that are saying that Arsenal are favourites, which is, I agree with them. Currently, if you're looking at Arsenal versus the competition, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal are the better team, the more consistent team. The problem is the doubt. The problem is when fans start to doubt. No one is sitting here and saying that Arsenal will definitely win the league. No one can guarantee this. You know what I mean? But in the same time, the doubt that sits in, I think if the player listened to the doubts after Sunderland game, Arsenal won 5 Premier League games in a row without conceding a goal with 5 clean sheets. Or 4, if I'm not mistaken, 8 games overall. And now they do drop points against a resilient Sunderland team away. And I'm seeing panic. I'm seeing people that come on our shows live with us, and they're like a little bit, we got to be worried about City. Yes, you got to be worried about City. But in the same time, if you look at this Arsenal team and how resilient they have been this season, they're very good. City are City. City are always the sharks that smell blood in the water. I made a mistake by ruling them out. I made a mistake. I said, I'm sorry about this. But in the same time, you got to look at this Arsenal team and say, they have all the weapons. So let me tell you and show you what are the outside noise. Because this is important to what Danny Murphy said. So Saka is talking about the outside noise from pundits, also from fans, from the media outlets and all the stuff. So let me show you what Danny Murphy said about Bukayo Saka. He's talking about him in the national team and Arsenal and all the stuff. Let me show you. By the way, this was recorded right before Saka played for England and scored a brilliant and an amazing goal for England against Serbia.
Do you agree with the fact that Saka could, or maybe should, if you're the England manager, score more goals for his country?
I think when you're so talented, you've got everything you need in your game. Yes, the expectation to score more than he does is fair because he's so good. He's just got everything he needs. He could hit. I mean, he has got 20 in one season, I think, 23, 24. But he should be doing it. With his ability, he should be doing that every season.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing, the difference is...
I just want to stop it. I don't understand. How hard is it for someone as a winger to hit 20 plus goals every season? The only guy that consistently have done this, and he missed a couple of seasons as well, he hit 19 and 18, is Mohamed Salah, which is, according to a lot of people, he's one of the Premier League greats. Having 20 Premier League goals plus in every season, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's so hard to do. I think it's so hard to do for a player that plays normally on the touchline. He's not an inside forward like a Mane or a Salah. He's mostly a winger for Arsenal. So I think that is very harsh a little bit from Danny Murphy. It's a lot of pressure.
Is with Saka. If you're comparing to Salah, because Salah's numbers are obviously way better, Saka has to do more defending. He's part of a team. He's not allowed to just be a luxury. He's not allowed to be the star.
Yeah, that's a great point.
He has to do all that work going back. He has to do the pressing. Salah doesn't. It's a big difference. And any forward will tell you that. There's a reason Mo Salah last season, when asked about the difference of playing on the slot, he said he tells me to defend less, with a big smile on his face. Which is fine when you're scoring and winning games, but at the moment it's costing them.
Yeah. Would you say that at the moment, if you were picking a team tomorrow and could only have either Saka or Salah on the right, would you pick Salah or Saka at the moment?
I want to hear your comments about this before he answers. I want to see what you guys think about this. This is a very important question. Who would you pick today? Liverpool, if you're a Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, who would you pick today? I'm going to tell you after Danny Murphy answers, what do I think? And also, before I actually show you this, make sure to check out our sponsor, okjersey.com. We're going to do a giveaway soon, so go check them out. So maybe put your eye on a shirt or something. There's a lot of vintage ones. And if you're going to buy some, they deliver to a lot of places in the world. Use the code JUDGE, like below, to get 8% discounts. It is your coupon code to get your discount. So let's hear his answer.
I'd probably just still go with Salah because he can score goals from anywhere, he's just got this knack of scoring unbelievable goals more regularly.
But form comes into it, right? If the game's tomorrow...
If you said to me, who do you want for the next 6 weeks?
Yeah.
I'd go Saka.
Okay.
I agree with him. I would pick Saka for the next 6 games. Even though Mohamed Salah has more GA, and I'm Egyptian. Love Mohamed Salah. My boy, my guy. But in the same time, if I'm picking tomorrow, I think Saka, since coming back from the injury, yes, he hasn't had that magnificent GA, but I genuinely believe that he actually played well. Remember, he played with Moreno, he played with Martinelli, he played with Trossard. He didn't play with Eze all the time. Like, it keeps changing on him, and I think he played well.
But in a one-off game, you think... Okay. Do you think he's Arsenal's best player or most important player?
I want to hear from you as well. Do you think... I'm going to give you choices. Gabriel, Rice, or Bukayo Saka.
No.
You don't?
No. He is very important.
You're going to put Rice ahead of him?
Yeah.
Rice, then Saka? Or would you put Gabriel in there? I think they're the three.
I actually think Gabriel, I think is the most important guy at Arsenal. Currently, he is the most important guy. That is what I think. So I'm answering the question. I want to hear yours. I think if you remove Gabriel, because of the set pieces, because of how dominant he is, because of the leadership at the back, I know that Rice is very important. But I think if Odegaard is back soon, I believe that maybe you're going to see maybe Zubamendi, Rice, Eze in some games. You know what I mean? I think Rice is an amazing footballer. I love like how he moves around the pitch and covers ground and actually contribute on the set pieces and the delivery. Which, yeah, maybe. If I think about it now, the delivery of Declan Rice makes all the difference. So I'm between Gabriel and Declan Rice, to be honest with you. I'm between, but I think Bukayo Saka's third.
Most important for
I
Arsenal.
think that's fair.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So
the only caveat now is Madueke went in there, didn't he? I know he's got a little injury to him, but when he filled it for Saka earlier in the season when Saka was injured, 'cause he missed a few games,
yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
He was outstanding, to be fair. And it did.
He wasn't outstanding. He was good. He wasn't outstanding, you know? Like, I thought he was okay, but Saka's better than Noni Madueke.
Didn't seem to.
Not at all.
No, in fact, I remember him playing at Anfield, played really well.
He played well, but Arsenal lost. And I think maybe, by the way, I'm just going to tell you, if Saka had these chances one-on-one on the right side with Kerkez, Arsenal might have scored because there's plenty of times where Madueke, yes, he dribbled past Kerkez, but he couldn't get the right cross in. Maybe Saka would get the right cross in. He couldn't get the right shot. He couldn't get it on his left foot. I believe with the spaces that were afforded to that right side at Arsenal, maybe Saka would have done better.
So, but Saka is really important. Rice is the one, I think, where they've got nobody else like him. They've got other good midfielders, but they've got no one like Rice.
Fair enough by him. Absolutely fair enough. Maybe that is the point, that nobody is similar to Rice at the Arsenal football team. So maybe that is. So now I want you guys, we'll move on from Saka to just to our Arsenal versus Man City. This was an absolutely amazing show. It's a 20-something minute show, but I picked some parts of it to actually comment on it. It's between Arsenal and Man City. There is a very interesting conversation that happened during this video about Arsenal's best versus Man City's best. And you can see the difference in the views between these ex-footballers. There is Lesko, there is Hargreaves, there is Ali McCoist as well, Joe Cool. And I believe that it's actually, I liked it. I liked how they presented this. So let me actually now show you the videos. And we're going to start by the first section is like, we'll see. Let's just hear it. So let's hear it together.
At the minute, they're the nearest challengers to Arsenal. Do you see any reason at this stage to pump the brakes a little bit on Manchester City, or are you all in?
I'm still all in on Arsenal.
Right.
With this version of Arsenal, because the problem last few years was experience. There was did they have the centre forward? They looks like they've got someone in who can help them in that department. The players have all they look more mature. They're not conceding goals.
But City have won it before.
And yes.
So why would you not have more confidence in them from this stage,
Because
knowing that they've got
I
that
think
experience
the
to fall back
jeopardy,
on?
if Haaland misses 3-4 weeks of the season and he misses 5 or 6 games, they can't afford too many slip-ups.
What if he doesn't?
I don't like this argument if Haaland misses, but what if he doesn't? Exactly what was presented here. What if he doesn't then? Are you still picking Arsenal? I want to hear from you. What if Haaland doesn't miss any games? Do people still pick Arsenal? I have my reasonings why still I'm hesitant to say that City are favourites. I believe that Arsenal are favourites because they're more consistent.
If he doesn't...
This is the narrative at the
No, no,
minute.
no,
They're
no.
over-reliant on
Yeah.
Haaland. If he gets an injury, City can't. What
No,
if he
but
doesn't?
when you come to the business end of the season and you're still in the Champions League, I think if they don't start Haaland and he's just not missing games for injury, just resting him because we've got whoever on a Champions League night in 3 days later, we may need to rest him. Arsenal rest any of their players. It's the same. Like Haaland, we can...
That's the point that we always talk about is the depth in Arsenal team. Like if Gyökeres needs a rest, there is Havertz there is Jesus. If Saka needs a rest, there is Nwaneri, there is Madueke, and then on the left side and in the midfield there are players. The back line as well, there are players. Erling Haaland, there is nobody like him.
honestly say there's no replacement for Haaland, regardless of who it is. It's probably Harry Kane is the only one in world football. So I just think that one element to their team is, it's like when we spoke about Rodri, it was so reliant on Rodri because the replacement wasn't the same. And I think that's the same now with Haaland.
Now there is another question that will be asked. Now, I want you guys to hear the next part. But before, I wanted to comment on that part of that Haaland thing. In my opinion, there is another aspect why Arsenal would be favorites, because I believe that Arsenal are more consistent than City. If you're watching Manchester City are on their way to be consistent, yes. But Arsenal are more consistent defensively, structure-wise. They look better than City still, in my opinion. So I am yet to be convinced that, the City team is fully back. They are up there. They're equal to Arsenal. Blah, blah. I think Arsenal are way more consistent than Manchester City. Because even though with absentees, with Odegaard not being there, Arsenal still won games. With Saka not being there, they won games. Martinelli was not there, they won games. Saliba missed, and they won games with Mosquera. It's about the structure. It is about the consistency of this team. This is the most interesting part in this video. It's actually astonishing the different answers from these people.
Best version of Manchester City, better version.
And I think that's the same now with Haaland.
Is the best version of Manchester City better than the best version of Arsenal, or the other way around?
Cool.
Gone deep question, isn't
Oh,
it?
that's you've hit me with that one.
I don't think it's that deep.
You think they are?
I think best City are better than the best Arsenal.
Well, I'm leaning. I don't think it's. I don't think it's as clear cut as that. But I probably would lean towards the best.
Can I hear your answer in the comment section as well? And I want to know, what do you guys think about this? I'm going to give you my answer before we listen to them, right? So people say, oh, no, you're not copying their answer. This season, the best Arsenal is better than City. And the reason why, because I think we're seeing the best Haaland today. I think we're seeing the best of Doku today, right? Arsenal, I don't think we have seen the best Arsenal even yet. And the reason why, because Odegaard is not there. People can tell me that Rodri is not back yet. And if Rodri is back and at his best, he's going to be fantastic and everything. But Man City don't even have a right back to be better than this. Man City don't have a left back. Noki O'Reilly is there. He's fantastic and everything. The right winger, the best of Saka is equal to the best of Foden. So we aren't seeing the best of Arsenal yet. The best of this current Man City, they don't have a Kevin De Bruyne. You know what I mean? They have no Leroy Sané. They have no Mahrez. You know, so the best of this Man City, I still think, is equal or a little bit less than Arsenal. However, it's the manager, though. The best version of Manchester City include Pep Guardiola. Maybe that plays a factor. But that is, I think, like, people are, like, the best City is not the best City overall in the last years. It's the best version of this Man City.
City slightly better than the best. I mean, they're both. I mean, think about it. I mean, the best City with Haaland firing against the best defence. So straight away, what a contest that is. You know what I mean? I mean, it's unbelievable. I probably lean that way, yeah.
You see, going to Joe, you like the depth
I like
for
Arsenal,
don't you?
I still like
Do you?
Yeah, but I like Arsenal for maybe for different reasons, because I'm saying Arsenal's worst isn't that far from
Do
their
you still
best.
think?
No, but also the depth is a big part of this, right? Like, Arsenal's best mean that depth is utilized. They are resting players on the week, midweek, in terms of like the Champions League, the cup games. That is the best version. But Man City, you can't rest Haaland, right? That's the best version of Man City, because even if Haaland is firing, you can't rest him. So you got to look at the whole picture, in my opinion. Of course, that is my opinion. You can actually disagree with me.
I think Arsenal's best is better than Man City's best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. It's marginal.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing in it. I just think there's something in that group of players. I think the best this new version of Manchester City, they might win it this year. They could do. I think they'll win it next year. But this is Arsenal's year. It has to be Arsenal's year, because I tell you what will happen if Arsenal don't win nothing this year. And this ain't me causing trouble. There's about 3 or 4 of their players who'll be thinking, this is never going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if that is true or not, but it's a plausible scenario that if Arsenal don't win it this season, some of the players might be tempted to leave the club. They might be. I don't know, but they might be actually. Also, one of the things that we haven't seen even Gyökeres at his best at Arsenal yet. We haven't seen that.
Declan Rice up for a contract. You know, so they have to do it this year.
The only thing I would say for City is, I think when the push comes to shove, because Arsenal haven't done it yet, these guys have done it. So I would say City are ahead. The only thing stopping Man City is the right back. I think.
I disagree with Owen Hargreaves, because the right back is not the only place that it's there, that the right winger is not there as well.
Pep's doing a good job of kind of creating a right back in Nunez there, but you think what Arsenal have in terms of replacements, Lewis Skelly and Califoy at left back, you've got Ben White and Timber at right back. I think that's the only position, I think, for City.
Let's kind of bring...
There is another one, but there is another question that is coming now. That is the last part of this video. If you're still here, make sure to hit that like button, people. Just the last part about the reservations on Arsenal. I know we stayed long. Stick with us. It's actually a very good one, this next part. I give you your answer. I want to hear from you about the best version of City versus the best version of Arsenal.
Bring Arsenal in there. We'll swing to Liverpool in a minute, who City beat. They're relying on set pieces. They don't score a lot in general play. They don't concede many, even though they were a little bit sloppy defensively against Sunderland at the weekend. What would the reservations be about Arsenal getting it done? And they're doing it
The
right now from
reservations
the
would
top
be
of
that
the
they've not
table.
done it. They've not done it. Yeah. That's the big reservation. However, I don't know whether the boys agree. I just smell something different about Arsenal this year. You know.
But it hasn't mattered yet, really. They're not under pressure yet.
That's a fair question.
You know, they've crumbled in the past from kind of March onwards. This is November.
Well, I mean, time will tell. We're aware of that, but I don't know, Fletch. I just look at them and I can just kind of smell something different about them this year. Whether it's a belief, I don't know whether it's a togetherness. Certainly the squad is as strong as an Arsenal squad we've ever seen. I don't know, I just think it's a little bit different this year.
I think if it becomes a shootout where they, on like close points where they have to win, I think City can win if they have to. I think Arsenal cannot lose if they don't have to. That's what they think. So I think Arsenal's worst isn't that far from their best. I think they're so consistent where City, if they're bad, they could lose. They could lose 2 out of 5.
It's actually spot on about this. Maybe the Arsenal's worst is not far, but that tells me that Arsenal can actually get more points than Manchester City this season. Listen, I'm not sitting here ruling out City winning the league title. I'm just saying that I think that this Arsenal team have addressed a lot of the problems they have. People are talking about open play versus set pieces. They are now starting to create chances, score a lot of goals from open play. I want to hear what you guys think, to be honest. This is a very interesting conversation to have. That's why I recorded this video. Hit that like button, guys, and let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this. So the questions I asked you. And I want to hear from you. And I'm going to try to answer your questions. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And we'll see you guys on the next video.